Welcome to the Marketing Pulpit Show, and I am Robert Gatewood, your host. We are here every Friday at 10:30 a.m. bringing you the good of marketing gospel. We're not saving souls, we're saving businesses, saving jobs, saving our community. Now, if I happen to save a soul along the way, don't hold that against me. We'll just call that icing on the cake. Now, the mission at Marketing Pulpit Show is to build strong businesses in our community so that we can put our people to work. And we do that with business development, job creation, and service. So if you ever find yourself in a business crossroads and not sure which way to turn, just turn on the Marketing Pulpit Show because we're on a mission. Welcome everybody to the show. I'm Robert Gatewood, your host, and I am a business developer by trade. You can find me right here on this show every Friday at 10:30 a.m., broadcasting live out of Radio 1, 95.9 FM in the Washington, D.C. area. Also WLAM, and we're also broadcasting, we're simulcasting on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and of course, Facebook Live. Thank you everybody for tuning in today on this January 26th. This is actually a different kind of show today. First of all, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. I've actually completed another trip around the sun today. And I'm glad to be here with you. And we have quite a few things to celebrate. Now, what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to kind of take some of the spotlight off myself. And I like to celebrate the lives of some very special people. And for those who are tuning in for the first time, I am Robert Gatewood. I have a company called Gatewood Marketing and Web. I'm also the host and producer of this show, The Marketing Pulpit. I'm also I'm a professor at Prince George's Community College in the Washington, D.C. area, where I teach courses on marketing, on networking, on social media, and digital marketing. And I've written a couple of books, one called Played in Full, and another called Smarter Than the Boss. And also, as you can tell, I'm just happy to be here on this Friday, January 26th, and to see another year. Now, usually I come on this show, I talk about marketing and how to grow your business and how to put people to work. But today, I'm doing a different kind of show today because marketing does not exist in a vacuum. And it takes people to make these things happen. It takes supporters, it takes family, it takes friends, clients. We call them stakeholders. And sometimes it takes just everyday people. And I want to spend some time today acknowledging them. A few years ago, I wrote a poem about how I would like to celebrate my birthday. So I took the acronym, I took the birthday acronym and added some meaning to it. I'm going to do that first. And then what we're going to do later on, we're going to recognize some people. I'm just going to tell you who they are right off the bat. We're going to recognize Dexter Scott King, son of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, whose birthday we celebrated this month. We're going to recognize Randy Stitt. She was one of my classmates. And we're also going to recognize Miss Tambria Jones from my hometown, one of the sweetest people you ever want to meet. We're going to spend a little time today honoring them and celebrating their life. I call them all heroes, recognizing our fallen heroes. But first, let's talk about this birthday of mine. And I'm just going to say, hold the soap on the rope. I don't need any more sweaters or cologne. I don't really need any more food cards at Burger King or McDonald's. I'm going to tell you what you can do for me. And it's this acronym called birthday. And I'm going to start with the letter B. Do this for me for my birthday. And it's mainly about you. I want you to be bold and stop playing it so safe. Don't fear failure. Fear stagnation instead. That's the B. For the letter I want you to inspire and encourage others. Be their cheerleader and help shield them from the forces of negativity. That's the I. And for the letter R, I would like for you to resist. Fight the forces of evil and bigotry wherever they raise their ugly heads. Sharpen your sword polish your shield, and join the battle. For the letter T, I want you to think. Don't follow the crowd, regardless of your view. If you find yourself in the crowd, then go around it, soar above it, tunnel under it if you must. But whatever you do, be independent. And for H, I want you to hold on. Be steadfast. Don't fold when the time gets tough. Hold on to your beliefs. Sometimes that's the only thing we have to keep us going. And for the D in birthday, I'm spelling out the birthday today. I want you to dream, think big, create something that's never been built, do something that's never been done before. Know that possibilities are infinite. And for the A, I want you to act, do something. Don't be a procrastinator or a perfectionist. And Y, the last letter of birthday, I want you to yearn. Yearn to have something greater than you can accomplish on your own. If what you yearn for can be done by yourself alone, you've set the bar too low. Yearn to change the world into a better place. Then go out and find the people, the pieces, and places to turn it into a reality. That's what you can do for me on my birthday. Also, I want to wish happy birthday to my twin sorority sister, Miss Wanda Holmes Williams. She and her husband, I call them some of the most loving, power couple I've ever met. So thank you. That's my birthday wish. If you want to celebrate with me, then go out and do those things. I want to say happy greetings to some people tuning in. I see Brand Lee the model. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Brand Lee is a phenomenal model out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Been very supportive of the show over the years. I see my good friend and attorney, Bradley Thomas. Almost knocked my camera over. He says, John, welcome to the Marketing Pulpit family, and thank you for the birthday greetings, Attorney Thomas. And Miss Brand Lee, matter of fact, we're going to talk about some of these great people that we're going to honor today. Before we get to that, I want to thank our sponsor, BLE Executive Suites, Miss Bernadette Clay, and they make this show possible, among other sponsors. Support them by going to BLEsuites.com. They have an event coming up on next Friday called the First Friday Networking Event. We've been doing that now for about a year. And we get together, we bring together like-minded people. Go to marketingpulpit.com and register if you're in the DC area. Come on out 11:30. We're going to have food. I'll be there emceeing. Miss Bernadette Clay will be there talking about law of attraction. We're going to have a special guest, Mr. Jeffrey Miles, talking about how to fund your business. So come on out if you can join us. And go to marketingpulpit.com. You can find out more about the networking event, about this show. You can listen to past shows. Also, like you say, you can go to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So everybody's tuning in from all these different places. Welcome to the show. Thanks again to Radio 1, 95.9 FM out of Silver Spring, Maryland, where this show is broadcast along with these other platforms. Let's talk about some of these great people that we're recognizing today. So I'm taking the spotlight off me this morning. I want to recognize, I'm going to spend my birthday celebrating the lives of others. The first person we're going to talk about this morning is somebody who's really no stranger to us, and that is Dexter Scott King. He's the son of the venerable Dr. Martin Luther King. We just celebrated his birthday a few days ago, and now he's lost his son, Dexter. He was 62 years old, and he was he worked with the King Center and his mom, and this has been shocking to the community. Dexter and I had a few things in common. Like myself, he's an Aquarius. His birthday is actually coming up next Tuesday on January 30th. And he's also a PK. PK we call preacher's kids. People say sometimes we're the worst one, but I don't buy into that. And he also was a member of the marketing profession. So we dedicate this show to Dexter Scott King, along with some of the other people we're going to recognize today. The next person I would like to recognize is Randy Stitt. Now, Randy was a classmate of mine. I say that the class of 78 was one of the best classes that ever came through Livingstone College or any other college for that matter. And we celebrated our reunion this past October. And I tried everything in my power to get Randy to join us. She was ill, but she tried to attend. And because her health didn't allow it, she did not attend the reunion. I was looking forward to seeing her. I hadn't seen her in probably 30 years. And the irony of this is that Randy is being eulogized as we speak on my birthday. Her funeral services are from today from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. at the St. Catherine AME Zion Church in New Rochelle, New York. As I said, she's actually being eulogized as we speak. Now, Randy is among a growing list of cherished classmates that I have lost over the past few years. Just this past year, I lost my roommate, Bill Lynch. Bill Lynch actually gave me free guitar lessons. I was already playing guitar, but Bill taught me how to strum and how to make those chords. I lost my frat brother a few years ago, Benjamin Foster. And the list goes on and on and on. So I want to just say a special celebration to all of my past classmates from the class of 1978 from Livingstone College. I miss all of you, and I would like to take my birthday celebration to celebrate you. The next person we're going to recognize is Miss Tambria Jones. Miss Jones, she was born in North Carolina in Anson County. She was one of those people that loved people. She loved music. She loved singing. She was a singer herself. And without sounding too self-serving, she was a big fan of the Gatewood Brothers. Her enthusiasm of people like her is really helped ascend the group to its current prominence. We did a reunion back in 2022, and we've been very busy since. But it's people like Tambria who just really has always been one of those cheerleaders. Every time I look around, she's texting or putting in notes into the feeds. My brother Curtis, Reverend Curtis Gatewood out of North Carolina, he did a tribute to her on his website. And so she's one of those people. Now, I looked at a meme on her Facebook page, and this kind of summed up her thought and her spirit. She said, "Pray for your friends. Everybody is going through something they don't talk about." And I really took that to heart. And so when you have the time, when the spirit hits you, pray for your friends. Let's not just wait until they're no longer with us, because everybody's going through something at some time or another. And Tambria, I appreciate you putting that feed out there. So, Tambria, I want you to know that we celebrate you and we pray for the family and friends that you leave behind, because we know what they must indeed be going through. The number is 1-800-450-7876. If anybody want to chime in and tell their stories about any of these amazing people, we will take a few calls. Just be brief and feel free to call the number, and we'll put you on the air and let you share your story about these amazing people. Now, also what I'm going to do today, like I said, my audience is business owners. I didn't put Tambria up. I'm sorry. Let me put her picture up here. That's Tambria Jones out of North Carolina, an amazing young lady. And what I like to do, we like to celebrate and honor people like Dr. King's family, Dexter and Miss Coretta Scott and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King and Martin Jr. and Bernice and the other one, I can't think of all the names. But we like to recognize just good old, nice, everyday people. Those, to me, are our real heroes. Now, but as business owners, I have a special message for business owners out here. Getting a lot of messages coming in. Happy birthday. Thank you, Patricia. That's Patricia. Oh, one of my classmates. Thank you, Patricia, for the well wishes. Pat's a great young lady. Good to see her at the past class reunion. So thank you for the classmates tuning in, chiming in. Let's talk about as a business owner, how we can navigate these waters. Sometimes at some point, we're going to lose somebody that's special to us as a business owner. But and sometimes we even overlook the profound impact they've had on our success. So when tragedy strikes, sometimes I think it's crucial for us to honor their memory. Just to give you some quick ways, because this is going to hit us all at some point. Number one, let's reflect on the impact they had on us, both personally and professionally. Whether it's a close family relationship, whether it's a valuable employee, a loyal client, let's reflect. I try to do this on this show. If you go back and listen to some of the past shows, we have honored just about every notable person, celebrity, and people who've been affiliated with this company. I think about my good friend, Patrick Ellis, had one of the highest rated radio shows in the Washington, D.C. area. He was had a gospel show called Gospel Spirit. And he was now that seat is filled by Jackie Gales Webb. But he was one of the ones we've honored on this show as well. And so we have to recognize people and the impact they've had upon us. Now, what we can do also as business owners, we can commemorate them with events and bring people together. And sometimes that collective grief, we can channel it into something positive, into a celebration. I don't think they want us sitting around crying and moping and stopping our lives. They want us to recognize that they have been an impact on our lives and that they will be missed. So it's okay to have a commemoration, have an event. Also, you might consider contributing to the memory of the person by establishing a scholarship, charitable foundations, endowments in their honor. That ensures that their legacy will live on. Also, you might craft a thoughtful message, do a press release, put it on your website, send out a newsletter, and demonstrate that you are impacted by their departure, and allow others to join you in your grief. And by ensuring these legacies of those that we've lost, we not only show support for their families and their loved ones, but it also enriches our lives as well. You're listening to the Marketing Pulpit radio show, and if you're watching online, the number is 1-800-450-7876 if you'd like to join the conversation. We also are on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn, we're on X, and we're on a few other platforms out here. But you can go to marketingpulpit.com, listen to past shows, and follow us on these platforms. So when we have a show coming up or a special show like today, you'll be one of the first people to know. Let me tell you something else that's ironic about this day. Back in January 2020, matter of fact, exactly on January 26, 2020, on my birthday, we lost a great individual, none other than Kobe Bryant. On my birthday, January 26. And the reason that I brought that up today is because Kobe left us, but he also left us with a profound statement that goes like this. The biggest mistake we make as business owners is thinking that we have time. Let's marinate on that for a minute. We don't plan to go out one day and not come back home. That's never in our cards, but it happens. We always feel like we have more time. That's a common mistake. That's a common mistake, and it's a common tragedy. We do have a caller calling in. Let me get the set my phone up here. Ms. Richardson, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Hold on one second. Let me get my speaker going here. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for calling
Yes,
Marketing
hi.
Pulpit. And what's on your mind this morning? we're not.
I was calling in to do a tribute to my cousin, Miss Jones. She was a great person, and her family song, she sung with a group, and she was the friendliest person you want to ever meet. Her funeral is on Sunday, and I just wanted to come and recognize her, because if you met her, you would never forget her.
And I have her picture on the screen right now. If you could just see that smile and the adoration. She loved life. She loved people. Now, what's something that you remember about her, Brenda?
And she had that high soprano voice.
Could she sing though? Could she blow?
Yes, and she loved singing. She sang with the High Towers.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Brenda, for helping us celebrate Miss Tambria Jones. Like I said, she was one of our biggest fans. I knew she loved music. She supported people. And I'm not surprised that's your cousin, because you've been very supportive as well. So it's people like you that we need in our community. And I really appreciate you calling in on this show today. Thank you again for calling, and please stay tuned and feel free to call again.
Okay, thank you. Just everybody pray for the family, because they really was going through.
I can imagine. Thank you for that too. Please pray for the family of Miss Tambria Jones and all of the people we're honoring today. And thank you for that reminder, Miss Richardson. Thank you very much. All right, folks.
Bye.
That was Brenda Richardson out of North Carolina. She's also Brenda Lee, the model, and that's her cousin. And man, I tell you, this stuff gets kind of hard sometimes. It's been a tough year as far as losing people, and so that's why I'm going to start cutting out some time for this show, so that we can recognize people and celebrate them. I want to say good morning to Brother Gerald Brown, one of the greatest plumbers in town, and thank you for the birthday greeting, sir. The number is 1-800-450-7876, 1-800-450-7876. If you have a special anecdote or special moment to tribute our fallen loved ones today, we're recognizing Dexter Scott King, son of Dr. Martin Luther King, Miss Randy Stitt, my classmate, and all of the fallen classmates of the class of 1978 of Livingstone College, and Miss Tambria Jones, or anyone that you know that need to be celebrated, who passed away, left us. I'm going to say this show is for you. So we recognize and dedicate this show to those three and anyone else who we've lost. I was talking about Kobe Bryant passed away on my birthday in 2020. And he made the comment that one of the greatest mistakes that business owners make is thinking that we have time. We get up, we go to work. Sometimes we don't make it back home. We leave our families and they're distraught. But sometimes we can actually be a little more proactive and make this transition a little easier. I know myself, I could work better on this. But I'm just going to throw out a few pointers so that when we leave people behind, that the transition, not just for the people, but for your legacy, is better organized. Number one is plan for the future. None of us know how much time we have. So it's imprudent for us to plan. Financial plan, savings, investments, retirement funds, and so forth. Plan for that eventual day, so that our people that we leave behind can have some type of peace of mind, if not, or at least some type of financial security. Here's one I know I can work on. Prioritize your health. Now, what I've done, I'll be the poster boy today, my trademark for this show. A lot of things I talk about, I'm the poster boy. But health is wealth. We had the Minister of Wellness on. There's only one letter between the two. If you neglect your health, you're going to have a less fulfilling life. This is something that we can control or at least impact. prioritize your health. Walk, run, exercise, drink water, eat healthier food. Stop all this eating fast food and high fat, high sodium, high cholesterol meals. We have alternatives. This is something that we can, if not control, at least have an impact on. Another thing we can do to lessen the impact of a untimely departure is to set meaningful goals while we're here. Reflect on what's really important to you and what matters. If you don't set goals, what happens? People and circumstances and will just eat up your time. So set some goals and knock out some of this stuff that's eating up your time. Also, a delegate and outsource so that somebody else can learn what you're doing. Okay, you can't just assume that you're going to be here forever, and when you're gone, your company falls apart, and people that will be negatively impacted. So start delegating right now. Also, embrace a work-life balance. Work is just one aspect of your life. Take time with your family, your friends, do things, hobbies, self-care. And also, last but not least, practice gratitude and mindfulness. Cultivate a mindset of gratitude, mindfulness, particularly as it relates to the other people in your life. So we're going to wrap things up here. I want to thank you again, everybody, for tuning in today. We are honoring Dexter King, Randy Stitt, and Tambria Jones, and all of the people that you may have lost over the years. This show is for them as well. And we're going to be back next week. This is the Marketing Pulpit. I'm Robert Gatewood, your host. You can go back and share this show by going to Marketing Pulpit or to your favorite social media platform. We're on all of them. And we'll be back next week. Also, thank you again, Brother Thomas, for the condolences and well wishes. And as always, Brother Brown helps me out as I go here. Always, if you want to be successful, you have to do these three things. Do the right thing, do it at the right time, and you have to do it right. Enough talk. Let's get to work. And we had people that preceded us, like Dr. King. I mean, really, he laid down his life so that we might have a better life. And of course, people are always saying this nonviolent thing was a non-starter. Well, I tell you, sometimes in the comfort of our armchair quarterbacking, it looks easy when you look back through history. You say, man, if I had been back there then, they wouldn't have done that to me. They wouldn't have sicked no dogs on me. They wouldn't have put that water hose on me. I'd have sat at those lunch counters, look what I've been pouring sugar on my head. Well, hate to tell you folks, you can't be sitting here looking back on history saying, what would I have done then when it's happening right now? We have voter suppression going on right now. We have redlining going on right now. So we don't have to go back to the 1965 Voting Rights Act. We don't have to go back to the Edmund Pettus Bridge or the 16th Street bombing. We have challenges in our midst right now that we can tackle. All that glitters is not gold. And it simply means that just because something is shiny and pretty doesn't mean that it has value. But there's another side of this coin also that says that all this gold does not necessarily glitter. That means we have people out here right now among us who are doing some phenomenal things, but they don't get the glitter because to them it's more about the purpose. It's more about the results. It's more about helping people. It's more about uplifting, and it's less about shining in the spotlight. So yes, there is some truth to the saying that all that glitters is not gold. But let's not forget also that there's some gold out here that's not glittering. And there are people, they're doing their thing.